Hello, and good morning, or actually not good morning. I don't know why the fuck I was about to say that. Good afternoon, good evening, hello everyone. This is Nerdgasmic, and I'm Joe.
And I'm Joe. All right. Well, yeah, you've already fucked up. That's good stuff.
Okay, since we've started this run, name one time we haven't fucked up yet.
I can't.
Like, every single time at the start, it's just been a total fuck-up. Total fuckery.
Well, one time wasn't on us. Well, by the way, we have a couple people watching.
Already?
Yeah. Hey, people. Thanks for stopping in. We're Nerdgasmic. We're a podcast talking about nerdy shit.
That is more than just me, right? Because I am watching. I watch it myself.
Yes, it's more than you.
All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate you coming. Say hi in the chat.
It says 3 viewers. That can't be you.
It could be. I am all 3 people. Like, multiple personality issues. You know? Yeah,
you're just in a mental institution talking to yourself. You see a devil with yellow eyes.
Devil? Is that what that is? Supposed to be a devil? Like, he looks
That's
like a little
what he calls
fat
him.
guy.
He calls him the devil with yellow eyes.
No, he's a fucking midget fat guy. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with that thing, but that is not a devil. That is just
I understand.
Like, oozing out of the corner.
Yeah.
He's always in the corner of something.
Yeah, there was like one time he was in the middle of the room, but other than that, he's always been
behind everyone, you know, like.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always off in a corner somewhere, being a weird, Fatty
McFatterson.
Weird. Yeah, like a weird looking fat dude.
Yeah. No. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's Legion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we specify that or did?
No, we just because we were just talking.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking a little bit more about Legion. Too Tight here finally caught up on it.
Finally, yeah.
Because I told him
it took me 2 episodes, but I caught up.
I told him it took you 2 episodes, but that's all there is. Like, you were so far behind that you hadn't even watched any of it. And it just started. Like, how do you...
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that.
That's how I watch TV.
Anyways, but I needed him to watch this show because I'm honestly, like, I don't know what to think about it. I feel like the first episode just really, it grasped my attention, but it didn't really do anything that interested me. You know, I want to see more, but only because I'm curious if it will get better.
Right.
The second episode had a little bit more going on. I started getting a little bit more of a story of, like, a background of what's going on.
Right.
But even more so at the same time, still not a lot going on as far as the action goes, and really no plot being put into effect yet.
Right. Like, they're kind of, like, hinting at it, but between the first 2 episodes, there have been little, like adversarial plot. Like, it's mostly just been, like, him trying to learn how to use his powers and not be crazy, basically.
Yeah, and they do so many, like, scene jumps all over the place at different sporadic times and stuff like that with no notification. It makes it a little hard to follow, which I like, because that's kind of the point.
Right. Yeah, it always does, like, these just, like, super quick, like, unexpected, like, flashbacks just to, like, his past or just, like, things he's thinking, or all of a sudden it'll jump to, like, a different point in time.
Or dreams.
Yeah, or dreams. Like,
and then, so you never know what is really happening or not.
Right, and then all of a sudden he'll start hearing voices and see a creepy fat dude in the corner.
Yeah. And then when he's in the institute, there's always that guy hiding over in the bushes for no reason whatsoever.
Right. I noticed that as well. I was like, why is there just a dude literally in the background just like
He's
in a plant
always
suit?
in the bush. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why. He's just always hiding in bushes. I mean,
Yeah. It was pretty good. I enjoyed that part.
my favorite part though was when he exploded that room and that pen went into that dude's face.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
that was pretty awesome.
by far, the 2 episodes, that was my favorite part so far.
Yeah. Trying to think here. I thought it was weird. Like, I didn't understand, like, how the whole body switching thing worked.
It's her power.
Right. But it took me forever to, like, figure out what was going on. But apparently, like, they switch bodies. But then, like, after a certain amount of time, all of a sudden they're back in their own bodies, but where they were as the other person.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie. It was... Yeah, it was very weird. Because when they switched bodies initially, they actually just went into each other's bodies. They didn't switch places.
Right.
But
That's why I was like, oh, okay, whatever. They switched bodies, I guess. After a while, they explained that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, they switched back for no reason. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's just kind of like it timed out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, then they switched places when they switched back.
Right.
And that's where it got, there's no consistency to the power.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked into her myself. What's her name in the show?
Sydney. I forget her last name. But I have enjoyed the show. I was a little worried because it would be a strange thing to try to pull this off. But I like just like the random stuff when they're just like trying to teach him like how to use his powers, and they're like, imagine a volume dial, and the dial's like huge, and he's actually like turning it. He's like underneath it, like turning it because it was like giant.
Okay. I'm going to have to look up that character later or something.
Okay.
I'm trying to Google it and look it up while we're sitting here talking, and it keeps bringing up, like, Sydney, Australia and shit like that. Like, if you type in Sydney Legion, it brings up, like, a Australian army kind of thing going on.
That's weird. Okay. Let's do this, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, her name's Sid Barrett. So you just do that, right?
Yeah, and then you type in Sid Barrett as Marvel.
Right.
And also, Legion originally, even if you like look into it, is the son of Charles Xavier. So, do you think it even says right here in the description of the TV show, the mutant son of Charles Xavier. Now, obviously, right. So the dad that he's talking about in the second episode, that's definitely not Charles.
No.
So
that'd be like his stepdad or something.
He obviously, well, maybe he doesn't know that that's his stepdad.
Right.
You know, maybe they don't know that.
Or maybe they adopted him and don't even, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And he just doesn't know. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. But it has been pretty cool. I was just like, in the beginning, like the first episode had this very, what's the movie I'm thinking of? What is it? Why can't I think of it? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
It had that kind of a feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just, like, jumping around. There were, like, memories and stuff. Things were getting all weird. It was kind of trippy and psychedelic. It had the very Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind where, like, just out of nowhere, he's just like, will you be my girlfriend? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
and she's just like, yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
Oh, okay.
Game.
Yeah. In.
Maybe she's not a character in the actual comics.
Maybe not. I didn't look entirely. I apologize.
Everything I'm looking into, like, she's just nowhere to be found, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, her first appearance is quote unquote chapter 1, which is the first episode, and it has the date of February 8th, 2017. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they made up a new chick, which I mean I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
They can do what they want.
That's fine.
But it just also explains why it's not explained. Her powers aren't explained well because Fox made her up. I'm sorry.
Right.
I have this really bad love-hate thing with Fox. They tend to fuck everything up.
They do indeed. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, I'm still interested, but I'm just not captured, I guess is the best way to put it. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say the same thing. Like, there hasn't been anything that's been huge that's been making me, want to continue to come back. Right now, it feels like the first 2 episodes could have almost been 1 episode. Just because...
Nothing's happened, really?
Yeah, nothing's really happened. The first one was an hour and a half or something like that?
It's like an hour and a half, and most of that is commercials.
Right. So, when I watched it without commercials. It was about an hour runtime.
Was it an hour runtime?
Yeah. And then the next one was about 40 minutes. So we've had about 100 minutes of this show. And it just hasn't quite got me there yet. They've kind of talked about, these government agencies. They ran from them at one point. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to do what I typically do, and I give it about 5 episodes. And if I'm not, at least, captivated by that, and I don't know. Well, I'll probably let it go, but...
That's like that, what was it? Taboo. Started watching that show.
Okay.
Because it looked pretty interesting as far as, the previews went and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to, record it and start watching it. And I'm still technically recording it. And I might watch more, I don't know. But what I do know is, I think I watched the first 3-4 episodes, and just nothing was catching my interest. It's basically this dude just walking around fucking Europe, back in, I don't know, fucking old, Eastern Trading Company time days. Europe is fighting America for America kind of times.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just running around, just fucking stabbing people, kind of. He got in a fight with one guy, and then, I don't know. There's nothing really, really interesting going on yet.
Yeah,
the first few episodes I saw. It might get more interesting if I watch the rest of them, but the first couple episodes just didn't catch my interest. And these shows need to start pushing more into the, catching your interest.
Okay.
I don't know. And that's just my opinion. I don't think you've seen Taboo.
No, I have not. I don't know. Again, I don't have cable, so I don't get to watch a lot of currently airing shows. I'm just kind of like whatever I happen to catch whiff of, either from other people talking or whatever. Like, I don't get commercials, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. But, so anything specific you want to bring up today, or?
I'm trying to think here.
Do we have a specific order you want to go with? I mean, partner?
Nothing really that I was thinking of. We're just wanting to talk about Legion, which, I finally got caught up on. I did just, before we went on air, finish that episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I don't want to, like, spoil it for people.
It's pretty good, though, wasn't it?
But this episode, I legit, at one point, like, when they did the whole, Fitz and Simmons thing.
Oh my God, I know,
I
right?
didn't know who was who and what was going on.
I was freaking out, man.
And
I
then,
was like, oh shit. Oh,
right,
shit.
and then when he cut himself, right?
Yeah.
And then was like, okay, he's a good guy, which means that she's a bad guy, and then she comes over to help, and I don't want to spoil it, but
you kind of just spoiled it. I mean, how didn't you just spoil it?
No, because I didn't, because there's a lot more there. But what I will tell people is, if you don't want to spoil it for this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., just, I don't know, skip ahead a couple minutes, because I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about this real quick.
Skip ahead, let's see, we're currently we're almost 17 minutes in. Skip ahead to about 20 minutes. So we got 3 minutes of time to go talk about this, okay? Starting now.
And go. Okay, so when he cut himself, I was like, okay, he's a real person. And then he, clocked her over the head, and I was like, oh shit, he's the robot. And then, she, did some shit and, knocked him out. And then when she was, on top of him stabbing him, and he's just he's like, it's me. And, I was like, shit.
Yeah,
that's the real one. He's real. And we've all been tricked. And he's dying right here. And I was, losing my mind. And I was like, oh, no. And then all of a sudden she, stabs him in the neck, and I saw, the, electricity. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That whole thing, man. I mean, the whole episode was just, had me going.
Right. Yeah. It was, there was so much in that episode. That episode was nuts. I loved it.
Yeah. This season, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Since season 1, it's been good. And
right.
Fitzsimmons has grown so much as characters.
Yeah. They've changed so drastically.
Yeah. They are, certified completely different characters.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not even remotely similar to what they were, in the first couple.
They basically recast them as different people.
Almost. It's that drastic of a change.
When they first went in, they were these little timid scientists that didn't do anything.
Right.
They didn't go into the field even. And then, by the end of, I would say, by middle or end of the second season, shit started getting real for both of them.
Yeah. And then, the whole, thing where they fucking sent her into
that other
outer space.
Thing? Oh my god, dude. She was there for months.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
I honestly, when at the end of the season, when they sent her to that planet, I honest to God thought she was dead.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like, how the hell did they get her back? What happened to her?
I was like, oh god, that's the end of her. And the season when they killed off, they partially killed off Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
That was the end of season 1.
Right.
And at the end of that season, before the next season started up, there was a lot of talk that they were going to just leave. They were going to actually let him die because he wasn't that popular of a character. But I guess they gave him a little bit more of a shot, and it just kind of worked out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it worked out because their storyline is pretty dang good.
Okay, we're at the 20 mark, by the way, so we can't talk about any more spoilers.
Okay, spoilers are over.
Which is sad, because I was going to bring up the ending of that episode.
No. Should we do another just time jump? Like, just jump it?
No. We can't.
Okay.
We can't do another skip ahead. We can't have our people just not listening for periods of time.
Yeah. If you don't want spoilers, don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
No. The end though.
The end of that episode.
I called that the moment like she said the one person's name.
Yeah.
I knew what it was.
Exactly who it was.
I was like, no,
but
it's gonna be no.
No.
So
that one building. Okay.
Yeah.
That is what caught me off guard.
Yeah, I was like,
total sense.
I was like, is that it? Yeah. And so
makes total sense. But yeah, the whole thing. All in all, the season has been great. It's been catching my interest. This is the kind of show that I expect Legion to turn into.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do.
It's a show that I'll feel like
they can bring in all these weird mutants and do all kinds of cool stuff.
Now, did you notice how it had the low budgetness kind of thing going on with like when they were doing the action scene at the end of the first episode?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell? It's Fox. They can afford to put a little bit more money into a TV show that's that could be this big.
Right. I don't know, like.
I mean, even season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had better effects going on than this did.
Yeah, that's true. That scene, like, part of it felt like they tried to give it, like, a lot of money and, like, put budget in there, but then it just fell apart at some points. It was cool to actually see some action, and I liked how they like kind of shot it from like the side there at the end, but yeah, it did have like a slight like B movie budget quality to it.
Yeah. But yeah,
maybe we're just spoiled with like good TV shows that have budgets, and
this should be a good. I mean, this ain't a Sci-Fi Channel show. If this was on the Sci-Fi Channel, okay, I could let that slide. This is Fox.
Yeah, but Fox is taking a bit of a risk on this one, so they probably didn't give it a huge budget.
They shouldn't be taking a risk on this one. I mean, it's Marvel. They pretty much have to slap Marvel on the name, and boom, it's a good show.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's Fox, and Fox can't do shit with Marvel shows.
Well, they can't do shit with anything right. Look at Firefly.
Yeah, well, we might get that back.
I'm still not sure if I want it. Did we talk about that on last week's podcast, or did we just talk about that in general?
We brought it up for a little bit, but
yeah, I don't know if I want. I mean, I love the show, everything like that, but I'm still not sold on it coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, speaking of the dickheads at Fox, though.
Yeah.
Did you? Well, I know you noticed because I asked you about it. The rating, they finally dropped it on, or put it down, told us on Wolverine, Logan.
Yeah.
They made it a rated R.
They did.
I don't know when they did this, when they finally told it. I just noticed it this past week. So it couldn't have, and the previews before now, for the most part, have always said NA or whatever. Not available or something, coming soon, rating coming soon, whatever they say before they have a rating for it. Pending. But this was rated R, and
yeah, they're gonna have to do it real soon because it's coming out pretty soon.
Literally took until almost the movie was out before they gave it a rating.
Yeah, they released the second trailer, and that still said, so it was still pending.
Yeah.
So, but no, they did come out, finally giving it the R rating.
Yeah, I'm wondering
which some people have seen early screenings of it already.
Okay.
And they're saying it is like the best X-Men movie, and like Hugh Jackman's best performance as Wolverine. Like they're just saying like best movie.
Well, they're letting him be Wolverine now.
Right. But like they said, like the movie is excellent, and that it's like a lot darker, which obviously like the Old Man Logan story needs to be and is, but like it's good to see they went with it, trusted it, and stuck to it. So
yeah, no, I'm still gonna say straight up, this is thanks to Deadpool. If Deadpool didn't rock it as good as it did with a rated R rating, people would have Fox would have never taken a chance on this. Fox would not have even gave it a second thought as far as giving this a rated R rating. We would have ended up with a PG-13 movie with, like, minimal blood, which, I mean, I could care less about the minimal blood thing, but it's just, he should be chopping limbs off and shit like that. Dude has fucking claws on his hands. Like, dude should be destroying people. And in the past movies, he hasn't.
Yeah. Well, it's because like all the movies were like PG-13 and shit. So
if not lower ratings than that. I mean, what were the first X-Men movie ratings?
I'm pretty sure they were PG-13.
Were they?
Pretty sure. Let's see.
I don't know. That's kind of a bold move back when those movies came out. It's a bold move for Fox. And we all know Fox is too much of a pussy to do anything that's considered a bold move.
I mean, I agree with you, but I'm pretty sure... I'm trying to find out where it was, but... let's go here. I'm going to get this info.
But, yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, X-Men was PG-13.
Okay. I'm just glad we're going to see
X-Men 2, PG-13. X-Men 3, The Last Stand, PG-13. First Class, PG-13.
I'm sure they're all PG-13. If the first one was PG-13, I'm sure they all are.
Yeah, every single one of them.
I mean, honestly,
has been PG-13.
Are pretty like comic books are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and turning them
into... They keep it PG-13 so that way they can get that, like, little kid money. They get the kids coming in to watch the movies, and they just make a bunch of money that way.
Well, I mean, like, okay, Captain America, Iron Man, stuff like that, no problem. You can do that with them.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain Marvel characters you just can't do that with. That's like, I full-heartedly believe anything that involves the Joker from Batman, and like Harley Quinn and that should have be able to have rated R and shit with the shit he does in the comics and stuff.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think sometimes
he
like
literally cut off his face and had it sewn back onto his face.
Right. Sometimes like some Joker stuff can pass as PG-13, but mostly it's almost kind of he has to be R-rated.
It all depends on the perspective you look at it. Like, yes, Wolverine can make a decent Wolverine PG-13, but to fully get the full effect of what Wolverine is, you need that R rating. Now, Deadpool, on the other hand, you could not have gotten even half of the full effect of what he is without an R rating.
Right. No, that movie would not have been as good as it was without the R rating.
I don't think it would have been good.
I think it would have been okay, but it would not have been as good as it was. Because they could have still like pulled off some jokes, but not all of them. a lot of the very explicit sexual humor could not have done. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him show up in like cartoons and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he's okay in the cartoons, but
Right.
nowhere near as good as he is in, like his whole regenerative ability and stuff like that is barely even like worked upon in like the cartoons and stuff because it's just too much.
Yeah, he just doesn't take damage. Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much just doesn't.
In
take
cartoons,
damage, yeah.
no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
Unless it was the old X-Men cartoon, and then people just fucking got killed and stuff.
Yeah. I'm.
That cartoon was brutal.
A lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know.
What? You have words? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't even know what words I have. I played more Resident Evil.
Okay.
I got about 10 hours into it. I know it's about a 10-hour max game. So, yes, I'm slow at video games, okay?
It's okay.
I don't know if it's me just taking my time, me being bad at it. I don't know.
Probably a combination of both.
I mean, I'm searching the crevices and, shit like that. I'm not just, like, running through, like, willy-nilly and stuff like that. I'm trying to find everything so I can fuck some people up. But, yeah, I got about 10 hours into it. I'm about to fight the son, I guess. However you want to mention him. The younger guy, younger hillbilly.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to him. It seems he's all about, puzzles and stuff like that, in games. Like, he has you fight this weird zombie monster thing, which wasn't hard to kill at all. I took it out the first time, but it was kind of a fun little thing to, go through. The whole part of his whole part is, like, you're going through, and you have to watch out for, like, trip mines and shit like that, which the first few are so easy to see, it's, like, ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, it's, like, they're put in places where it's, like, shadowed just right. You can barely see the tripwire. And then there was one room where it had, you get steroids, and it increases your strength and max health permanently. So, there was a room that had some steroids in it, and I had to go around all these fucking tripwires while being chased by this fast little blob monster dude. I don't know what they're called. Creepers or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. They don't really. I don't know if they actually name them in the actual game. Not as far as I know, anyways. But they got these little fast motherfuckers, and I can't shoot them worth a damn. And I'm not going to waste shotgun ammo on him. But he chased me, so I opened the door. Normally I run into a room and close the door, and they can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I opened the door, and he ran in there and jumped past me, and just got exploded by, like, all the trip mines. It was great. But for those of you that are going to play that game, save all the fucking shotgun ammo you possibly can for the second boss. Okay, the wife.
I'll take it. She was a real
it took
bitch.
me about 5-6 times, and each time I did fail, I ran out of ammo. Even when I succeeded, I ran out of shotgun ammo. The only reason I did fully succeed was due to the fact that I got lucky, and the last shotgun blast almost put her down to no health, and I only needed one more bullet from just my handgun. I don't even think it was a headshot. It was just literally a fucking just like a shoulder shot, and she died.
Right, like you throw a rock at her.
Like when I shot my last shotgun blast and she didn't die, I was like, God damn it! Now I gotta do this for the 19th time. And I was like, fuck it. I pulled out my pistol, I shot one round, and then, of course, that's the only round in my clip. And she died.
That's funny. He was like, I got one bullet.
Well, no,
if you were me, and I say you.
I had shit tons of rounds from the pistol, but apparently I just didn't reload the last time I used it.
Okay.
Because I was getting ready to unload on her. I was just like, all right, fuck it.
That's a terrible practice. Like,
especially in a game like this. Yeah, it's a horrible practice. But the thing is, though, like, when you're getting chased, and, okay, you don't want to use shit tons of ammo for no reason. Especially in this kind of game.
I have seen John Wick, and I've seen John Wick 2 twice. And the things I've learned in that are always reload. There's always more dudes.
Okay, but in this game, one, you don't have a lot of ammo.
Always reload.
And your first thought isn't, I need to hurry up and reload. Your first thought is, I need to get the fuck out of here because there's more guys coming.
Nope. First thing you do is reload.
The pistol is pretty much a pussy gun. Like, it might as well be a pellet gun.
Okay.
Because it just don't do shit. You can unload an entire clip into just their head.
Yeah.
And you won't kill them. So, the only thing the pistol's good for, as far as those guys goes, is to annoy the shit out of them and slow them down for half a second. But that's beside the point. Anyways, that's what I was using it for, basically to maneuver my way around. I got through it all. I'm probably tomorrow or something like that, I'm going to try to knock the game out.
Okay.
Finish it up. But it was on Sunday, I think. I just literally played it my whole day off. It was so much fun.
Well, I have not played it yet. My friend whom I work with was supposed to get it to me, but he hasn't been at work when I've been at work, and we just haven't been able to, exchange the game. So.
Now, are you letting him borrow a game in exchange, or he's just saying, "Hey, here, have this"?
He's letting me borrow it just to play it.
That's cool. If you can ever get your fucking PlayStation on a TV again, or
Yeah. I want you to know my PlayStation has never turned off since that day. It was on when they unhooked it. It's still on. So
turn the thing off. Okay?
It's just sitting over there on, neglected.
Digital devices need rest too.
Nope.
Yes.
It is my slave. It does as I want it to.
Like, I literally do tech support for people and tell them they need to reset their shit.
Nope. Gotta keep it on.
Keeping your shit on 24/7 is not good for it.
Well, it's on. It's on currently. I'm looking at it right now. The light is on.
Oh my god. Just do it a favor. Put it out of its misery.
Oh, I know for a while you guys were getting like Loot Crate, then you did like the Marvel box, and you were doing other stuff. Do you still do any of that?
Actually, I got a Marvel box that was supposed to come today, but it didn't show up. So I think it's going to come tomorrow. Because
I got my Loot Crate today.
No one gives a fuck about Loot Crate.
And this one was cool because I got a actual regular original Power Rangers shirt where the Zords are there, and it's got them all separated and pointing at them and showing them how they make the Zord, the Megazord. And then I got a little Power Rangers pin, and I got this Batman food thermos thingy. I don't think it's of actually good quality. It's plastic, but it is a Lego Batman.
See, that's why
little
I stopped getting Loot Crate, man. I just
I like the shirts, so I'm paying
that's
$15.
I was still doing Loot Crate,
$15 a month. I'll pay $15 a month for a cool shirt.
When I was still doing Loot Crate, they weren't even guaranteeing you a shirt every box.
Oh, well, I'm getting a shirt every box.
Oh, that's new. Well, not necessarily new. I mean, I haven't had Loot Crate for years. Not since I started doing Marvel Collector Core.
Right. But now with Loot Crate, you can go to their site.
Oh, they have all kinds of shit going on now.
Right, but I mean, you can go to their past crates and just buy specific shit they have left over from those past crates.
Oh, that's cool.
So you could just be oh, I'm gonna go see what they have, and you can just Like there's a Deadpool crate left over. Let's see what they still have left over. Like they just have like random shit. So, no, I want to see the Walking Dead crate.
Yeah, I got the
You got the words.
I what?
Words.
I don't have words. I never have words.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that one coming tomorrow. And the cool thing about the Marvel ones, though, is I think it's you get one every other month, and it's like $35, but you're guaranteed a pop figure, a special edition Marvel pop figure.
Mm-hmm.
One you can only get in those boxes, and a T-shirt. And plus, you always get something, extra things too. But
Gotcha.
Like and then they gave me one for my birthday too. They gave me a Star Wars one for my birthday. It had a little fuzzy Chewbacca in it.
Okay.
It was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I'm trying to see. They gave me the last pop I got was.
Oh, Courtney was watching us live for a little bit. I don't know if she still is.
Where? When? What?
On
Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.
Oh. Hi, Courtney, if you're still there. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Honestly, this live thing through Facebook, I don't know how people use it, because it literally doesn't give me any information whatsoever. It just tells me who's viewing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it tells me, like, peak viewers, shit like that, but it doesn't actually, like, give me any real information. It tells me, whatsoever. Like, peak.
Huh.
It's, like, the worst thing ever. But, yeah. I like the Marvel one. At least I know whatever comes in it is going to be something I like. Like, the one that I'm getting tomorrow is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay, that's cool.
And when they did Volume 1, oh God, what did I get? What pop figure did I get with that?
I don't know.
I think it was a Rocket the Raccoon holding a baby Groot in the jar.
Okay. Okay.
Which was pretty sweet.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I've got a bunch of, like, the stuff just kind of floating around here. Some of it I've liked, some of it I haven't. I've mostly just had it for the shirts, honestly.
Yeah, that's...
Like I can justify $15 for a shirt, for kind of an exclusive shirt. But the other stuff is just kind of all extra add-on stuff. But yeah, sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
At least for me. Like, I'm sure there's some people who are just like, oh my god, I got the spaceship from Futurama, so cool. But I get it, and I'm like,
You got like a little plastic spaceship of the Futurama spaceship, or?
Yeah.
That sounds actually pretty cool.
I mean, I've got it. If you want it, I'll give it to you. It's literally in its box, in one of my boxes, packed away. Never opened it. So, I don't know. That's just a thing, I guess. But yeah, I was just excited because it was an actual Power Rangers shirt, and I've been shitting all over that movie, so I was cool to get a regular Power Rangers shirt and not their stupid new Power Rangers stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to go see it.
I know. I'm going to see it. I know I will.
One thing I think we should talk about.
Yeah.
Your Cleveland trip.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about? I went to Cleveland? I did go to Cleveland just 2 days ago. Monday. So, me and a friend, Richard, we are going on this endeavor together. We're getting stuff together. We were talking actually earlier today. We're planning on getting like materials together to build a forge. We're going to be using a propane forge. But we went to someone up on Monday to where they had like an open forge night. And we went in, didn't know what to expect. Like, we were both super excited. I called the guy around noon and was like, hey, well, first I called him, right? I was just like, I don't know. I'm just calling this random dude on this site that looks like it's made back in 1995. We'll see what's going on. And so I contact him, and it's just like, and he picks up and he's just like, Jason Nass, blacksmith. And I'm just like, okay, this dude's legit. Like, he answered his phone as a blacksmith, right? And I was like, this dude knew. And I was like, okay. And so I talked to him a little bit and was like, hey, me and a friend were looking to come up, just, see if you were still doing the open forge night. We were wanting to come up, maybe learn some things. We're real new, just kind of wanting to, see stuff, right? And he's just like, yeah, come on up, blah, blah, blah. And so we talked for a minute and then got off the phone, and I was like, holy shit, like, this is going to happen. Like, we're going to go up there. So we go up there, and beforehand I had, like, researched, like, the place and the guy and looked around, so I kind of knew what to expect because modern era, and I can fucking find you on Facebook. So I found him on Facebook, looked through a bunch of his pictures, saw what he looked like. He had a beard, and it was all, like, braided and, like, in long, and he was just this tall, skinny dude, and he was at, like, Renaissance fairs and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, like, this dude, we can get along. Like, we'll be friends at least. So,
legit.
Right. So we go up. It's literally just, like, his house, right? It's his garage. He put a forge in his garage. It's just, like, a small two-car garage, and when we showed up, there was him, the guy, Jason, and then 2 other guys. And we were like, okay, cool. So we, start talking to them. We kind of stand around, talk, see what they're up to. And then we're like, fuck it. Let's get our, like, hands dirty. Let's actually try this, right? Mm-hmm. So he has, like, this big bin of just, like, scrap steel. We pick out bars, and we start heating it up. We go at it, just start hammering shit. Richard was having much more success than I was in the beginning. I apparently picked, like, I didn't realize, because, like, it's just, like, scrap, like, just whatever, bullshit. And I didn't realize the kind of steel I had picked was, like, one of the harder steels. And so it was a super hard steel, and they didn't know till after I had been wailing at it for a good, like, 20 minutes or more. I got that bitch to bend. I curled that bitch. I was like, fuck you. I superheated it and just smashed the shit out of it. And I was like, I'm going to teach it a lesson a little bit because it made me feel stupid. So then I grabbed an actual, like, other regular just bar of steel, heated it up, started messing with it. It was square. I rounded it out. I drew it to a point. I stretched, like, drew it longer, flattened it out. Was just kind of messing with stuff, just trying to learn things, right? And because I had never hammered hot steel before, like, I don't know how it, moves, and, like, I've watched videos, that's all I knew.
Right.
So, but, like, practical, actual applying things, like, I wanted to see how it was. So I learned things, and then, decided I'm gonna, with some,
My shoulder hurts just thinking about this, just letting you know.
Dude, my shoulder was wrecked yesterday. Like, it was sore. It was legit, like, it was rough. And then my hands, like, I don't know what it was, but my right hand especially, was incredibly, like, sore, and, like, it felt swollen. Like, it was almost like it was, like, swollen and inflamed, but it didn't, like, look like it was swollen and inflamed. It just, like, it was hard to move, and it was crazy. But we eventually decided, I'm going to just start shaping it into a spoon. So I made it into a spoon. I was drawing out the handle. Richard got a little bit further than me because obviously he had that original head start. He got to where he decided he was going to heat it up. He heated it up, put it in the vise and took a pair of grips and twisted it and gave it a bit of a twist through the bar.
Right.
And then put a little bend and a hook into his spoon. Mine, I'm still going to draw it out, but I need to draw it out a little bit longer. It's still in the works, and then I'm going to grind it down, shine it up, and use it. But it was just cool to even get that far. So we're really excited. The guy that we went to, his name is Jason Nass, and he's been blacksmithing for about 25 years. And the dude's really good. I saw some of his work. I watched him pick up a flat, just almost 1.5 inch wide bar of steel, heat it up, take it over to an anvil, and while it was hot and just one heating, right? So he just heated it up once and then hammered it out and put it into the shape of a blade. And then, basically from there you just kind of do small little bits here and there, then you kind of grind it up and form the edge. But yeah, I watched him. It took him he was 3 heats in, and it looked like he could have just almost sharpened it up and it would have been ready.
When you actually know what you're doing, obviously everything's going to be a bit easier.
Right, but it was awesome. And then he showed us he just had some stuff laying around for Damascus, ready to kind of start working on it. So he did that, and it was awesome because he just heated it up. Put some flux on it, which flux basically lets the metals fuse together better. Mm-hmm. And it eats up basically any kind of stuff that's between the blades, and then basically helps it make one good bar of metal. So he did that, and he just hammered it, and we were expecting some sparks to fly, because that's just what happens when you do this. But when he hit it, fucking sparks went everywhere. It was nuts. I was holy shit. And so it was just awesome to be right there, point blank. I was 3 feet away from the guy when he did it. But it was really fun. I'm really excited. Richard and I, at some point would like to just make some shit and maybe sell it and just see. But right now we know, first step, we are learning stuff. We're using practical knowledge. We're learning from this guy. He does classes, so we're thinking about maybe taking some classes. But we're super excited.
Well, I totally think we should just, get that propane thing, throw it in my garage. Nice days, you guys can come out, and we'll just what we do is put it on wheels. We'll roll it out. We'll move the cars back in the driveway. We have half the driveway cement, so we can roll it out and do it in right outside the house.
Right. I mean, look, if you get the go-ahead from your wife, we're because that's going to be the major thing there.
Oh yeah, that's
because when you brought it up to her, she was like, "What? Does he think we live in a castle?" I just lost it.
Yeah,
that was my favorite line.
Straight up, she just didn't get it. She doesn't understand.
Yeah, she didn't get it, and that was fine. But it was just really funny to hear her reaction. Yeah. You were you're like, no, they're gonna build a forge and blacksmith in our garage, and then she's just he does know we live in a house, right? We don't live in a castle.
What?
And I was like, man, that's the funniest.
The best part about that response is it wasn't a no.
Right, it wasn't. It just.
I think I could work it into a yes.
Look, if you can do that, then that'd be sweet.
I'm pretty sure I can work that into a yes.
But, me and Richard, I think what I'm going to be working on here in the next, day or so, with a couple things that I want to work on for the podcast is also putting together a list of stuff we're going to buy to build our forge, so that way we kind of have a shopping list and know what to buy, so then we can start putting this together as quick as possible, because we want to get right to it.
Yeah. I want, one thing,
mm-hmm.
we need to get more We need to get this podcast up and running more.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, I agree. And so that's why I'm actually gonna be spending a lot of time with doing YouTube stuff tomorrow. So I'm gonna try out all the little things you and I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
You know,
Another thing.
So try all that.
I got a hold of iTunes. I don't know why they keep denying us, and it's not even necessarily
Because they hate us.
it's not even necessarily they're denying us. It's just I put in an application. I get the email saying they applied, and then straight up it just deletes it off the account.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's not there. I don't know if there's an error in the system or what the hell's going on, but it straight up just removes it when it says it's up for review, and it doesn't. It says they're supposed to give me an email saying why they decided to not do it for me, or if they accepted it, and I'm not getting anything. So I don't know what the fuck's going on when it comes to that. But I emailed them, so I'm going to take care of iTunes for those of you that listen to us through, used to like to listen to us through iTunes or have iPhones and think that's a better way. And a lot of people do. From what I understand, it's a very, popular thing, iTunes. I don't know how popular it is myself, but, a lot of people like it, I guess.
Yeah. Now, one thing though, because we were talking, I was just thinking about it because things we should do. I really want you I'm trying to figure out when you'd be able to catch up in Dragon Ball Super because you're watching the English version. So you're
want me to watch the dubbed?
I just wish you could catch up. Even if you were watching the English version, I just wish you could catch up.
I was just looking the English version the day it comes out.
Yeah, I understand. But my problem is I was looking everything over, and Dragon Ball Super started airing in Japan May 18th of 2015, right?
Yeah.
There has been an episode every week. Pretty much every week. They've skipped 1 or 2 weeks, you know what I mean, for just a holiday or whatever. But there's been one episode at least every week for the most part since then. They're up to episode 80. Well, episode 80 will be coming out this week. But it's just I was just thinking about it. I'm man, they've literally not taken a break. They've just been hammering these out.
Yeah, the last episode I watched was Bulma getting smacked.
Yeah, Bulma got smacked and Vegeta got real mad.
Yeah.
And then he got angry and went Super Saiyan, but he was a little bit red.
Nothing.
But that was
it. Yeah, nothing happened yet. And I don't know if it was really even a little bit red. He just went Super Saiyan, as hardcore Super Saiyan as he's ever been. And he is electrical. I mean, he's going crazy.
Yeah. Well, in the movie at least he went a little bit red. But yeah, because they even talk about it later on in that movie and stuff. I'm not sure I can't remember if they mentioned it in the series, but at that moment Vegeta was much stronger than Goku. Just for a little bit of period of time. Just a little bit. So
yeah, but no, I like it and everything like that. I hate doing subtitles.
No, I get it.
It's just I can't do.
Yeah, I get it. You're weak. It's fine. Subtitles are only for the strong.
I can't keep focused on it that long.
That's cool. I get it. I honestly do. It's not for everyone, but I get impatient. And so I have to watch it that way. But yeah.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. I love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, anything, and I want to.
I mean, I stopped watching Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I stopped watching all those because the manga was just so far ahead. I was just screw it. I'm just gonna read the manga. And so I just stopped watching.
Well, the thing is, and the mangas, they'll go so much longer, and then the show will actually end up just canceling.
Well, they did that to Bleach. That's because they messed up stuff in the series somehow. I didn't watch. I had stopped watching it by that point. But
how did they mess it up? Like,
I don't know. One of the filler arcs just messed everything up, and so they were like, "Well, okay, we're canceling this." And so they canceled it and then kept going with the manga.
They did the same thing with oh god, what was the one with the guy with the stretchy arms? One Piece.
I'm pretty sure that's still airing. It's just not airing over here.
Oh, well, it's not airing over here. I know.
No, it's because there are so many episodes. Let's see here. Because they just released another movie last year.
Okay, well, I thought that one was one of the ones that they stopped airing completely. No, speaking of,
they're up to at least episode 777.
Speaking of which, though, you know what really pisses me off? I watched that 7 Deadly Sins on.
Yeah, what grinds your gears?
Really grinds my gears. Watch that 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix, and season 1, 24 episodes, great season, loved it. Then I went to check it out because I was just looking because after Voltron came out, I was like, well, I'm gonna look and see if any of the other shows that I like when the second season is coming out, or if it already came out, because I haven't looked at Netflix in a while. And by the way, your little window is open. There's nothing playing on it.
Oh no. Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. But anyways, so it said the next day, I think it was on the 17th or 18th. Season 2 of 7 Deadly Sins was going to start up. I was like, fuck yeah. I was getting ready to watch it. I watched first episode, watched second episode, watched third episode, and that was it. Because that's all there was 3 episodes. Maybe 4. But either way, I watched the entire season 2, like, in one sitting. Because... And not a hard, long sitting, like day off sitting, like half-day sitting.
Okay.
Like barely trying.
That's actually why to this day, I mean, I just haven't made the effort to, but to this day I haven't seen all of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because when they were putting it on Netflix, they were doing it, like, a little bit at a time. And it was just so aggravating.
Well, this shouldn't be a little bit at a time. It's a Netflix original.
Right. But I don't know why they're doing it that way, but yeah. There have been, I think, like 2 other Netflix shows where they did one a week. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Maybe a couple episodes a week?
Yeah.
Okay, because, I mean, there was nothing, and then all of a sudden season 2 started, and it was 3 episodes. So maybe there's a couple more episodes coming out this week. I hope so, because I was pissed when I saw those 3 episodes. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something else we were going to talk about. I know what it was.
Oh, yeah? Do you?
Yeah. We were thinking about doing that.
We were the
charity.
charity.
God,
your brain fart gave me a brain fart. Like
what's it called? 1 Up or something like that.
I like that you just like, is it 1 Up? It's Extra Life.
It's close enough.
I know, but that's why I thought it was like really funny. It was just like, is it Infinite Lives?
Is it up, down, down?
Man, I just love that. Is it Big Mushroom?
Green mushroom?
Right. Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah.
But no, we were for those listening, we're thinking about doing a 24-hour broadcast for Extra Life, and anything people want to donate if they choose to would be going to a local hospital in our area. So just trying to maybe give you guys a little bit of entertainment, play some games for you and stuff like that, and also try to help some people out at the same time.
Yeah, and we're trying to like I said before, we're trying to get the podcast up and running, bigger again. Granted, we've never been huge, but we used to have a lot more followers than we have now. People that actually listen to it regularly. So we're trying to get things up and running again, and in doing so, we need your help. So, we're starting to do Twitch streams more often, like where we're playing, we've only done really Heroes, but if you want to see us play a game, even if we're going to be horrible at it, and you just want to make fun of us playing it horribly, let us know. We'll play it.
Yeah. We are great at playing games horribly.
Yeah, we're pros at being bad.
Yeah. If we can make a lot of money being bad at video games, we would do it.
Yep. And for the one up thing, the Extra Life.
Extra Life.
Yeah. For the Extra Life charity. We haven't got a set date, but once again, it's 24 hours of gaming. You want to see us play one game for 24 hours? Let us know. You want to see us play, a list of games? Start sending in a list. We'll start working towards getting those games, set up so we could play them. If there's a good date that you guys would like to see it, let us know. We'll do it. We'll stream the whole thing. If you want to just play board games, we'll set it up. We'll get a camera set up and we'll play tabletop. We'll figure it out. You let us know what you guys want. If you're watching live on Twitch, Too Tight has our Facebook information, our Podbean information, our PlayStation information, and our Battle.net information on there. If you want to join in and game with us, you want to check out our site, you want to check out our Facebook anytime, it's there. From now on, I'm going to post that on mine as well. I'm going to get those pictures from him to get the link. Also, we're going to post that up on our Facebook, so people on Facebook, you guys can check it out there and find us to play those systems with us. One thing he doesn't have on there is the Xbox, probably because he doesn't have an Xbox and he's jealous.
I'm not jealous of you having an Xbox. Do people own Xboxes anymore?
Well, actually, this year, Xboxes have outsold PlayStations, so...
That's because everyone has had their PlayStation already. Why would you... If 40 million people bought PlayStations year one, right? Out of 60 million people.
Okay.
And only 20 million people bought Xboxes year one. And then the next year, Xbox is like, oh, we outsold PlayStation because we sold 40 million. They only sold 20 million. Well, guess what? You have the same amount of people out there. So it doesn't matter.
No,
you can outsell.
I know what you're saying.
You're like, oh, we outsold them. But yeah, that's because everyone already owns a PlayStation.
In all honesty, though, as far as the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One S goes, they're probably pretty similar. I'd say PlayStation Pro might be a little bit better. But once that Scorpio comes out, PlayStation's kind of going to be in the dust.
I'm sure they've got something in the works. They just haven't announced anything.
It's not going to release when the Scorpio's releasing this year.
Maybe.
I guess they could do a pushback, but I highly doubt Xbox will do a pushback on that system.
Look, it really depends a lot on on the Scorpio, though. What's going to be in it?
It's going to be ultimately functioning Xbox One with full capabilities of 4K and everything you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, 4K is definitely nice. Most TVs that are coming out, like new, are 4K. But, like, I don't think that 4K is, like gonna be, like, that much better for video gaming. It's great for TV, but for video games, like, we're still, like, there's still a lot of, like, other issues with, like, just
the Scorpio, okay.
3D models alone, like, they're just trying to still get some things worked out with that.
I understand that. But, okay, forget the 4K.
So it's, no, I'm just saying 4K is, like, a cool feature, but, like, people are like, 4K, I'm like, yeah, but
4K
like,
in video games is kind of just a, not really a thing you need. But
not yet.
Yeah.
Like the games where we're at, like, we're getting, I guess, close, but we've still got quite a bit, like, really, like, just because even the most beautiful games right now, like, there are just, like, things that are just lacking. Like, you can walk around and, like, you're like, oh my god, look at this scenery. Like, sure, it looks cool, but then, like, when you're looking at the ground at your feet, it's all just basically flat. The grass is all flat. It's just, like, green-colored, like, flatness, like, made into a hill. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? There's no depth. Like, even for Final Fantasy 15, which is a gorgeous game, as you're running around, like, you're walking through bushes, and there's just stuff everywhere, but all the bushes are flat.
I'm telling you this right now. Okay, since I got a 4K TV, video games look worse. Just
really?
Yeah, like things that looked. You don't realize, like, I don't know, like if you watch even if you watch, like, you can, if you have a 4K, you can't put a DVD in.
No.
I swear to God, you cannot watch a DVD.
You won't want to.
I've literally tried watching a DVD. It looked so bad, I had to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a movie I love and everything like that. Without it rendered it as at least Blu-ray, it was so bad. It was yeah. But yeah, 4K on movies though is amazing. You watch. I watched Luke Cage and I watched Jessica Jones. That's 4K.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. Everything Netflix does that's a Netflix original is 4K.
That's cool.
And if you got a smart TV, you can stream 4K, or you can stream Netflix, which is 4K.
Yeah, if you have a 4K smart TV, definitely get it on the Netflix, because I know there's a lot of stuff on there. I just didn't know what specific shows.
Pretty much anything on the list that's Netflix original is 4K. But video game wise, it's not going to make much of a difference. It probably might even make some of it look worse.
Right.
But the thing is, the power that this thing is going to be like a decent. When I say decent, I mean a really good gaming computer. It's not going to have the power of like a console, you know. Like right now, if you compare the consoles to a PC, you can notice a difference. Okay, this Scorpio is coming out, and it's supposed to have the power that the graphics will be able to look just from PC to Xbox is going to look pretty much identical.
Yeah, but like it's just. If that's going to be true, right? If that's the case.
I mean, it's supposed to. That's the power that's supposed to be on it.
Right. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if that's the case, this thing would have to be really expensive.
It's going to be I think $900 system.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Yes, I think they said the release on it was like $900.
Yeah. Because it's going to have to, if you're like, oh, it's going to compete with PCs, it's going to have like dual like SLI graphics cards. Like it's got to be like just top notch everything. with each graphics card being almost $300 a piece. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not denying it. It's like I said, it's an expensive fucking system.
Yeah.
Like it's one crazy system. And that's the thing. Yes, it's going to blow the PlayStation out of the water, but it's blowing it out of the water by being a gaming computer, basically. It's blowing it out of the water by being
okay. But here's my thing.
A whole new type of thing.
Okay. But and just hear me out. Are gamers ready to go to that step? Do you know what I mean? Like console gamers, like PC gamers obviously will shell out like $2,000-$3,000 like for a good PC, you know what I mean? But are console gamers ready for that?
40% off appliances.
See, and I agree. I don't know if
because we're at a point where like the PlayStation and the Xbox when they first came out were $400 or $500.
Yeah.
So
I mean, no, I'm not disagreeing. I don't know if people are going to be ready for that high of a price of console.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's one of the reasons why people buy consoles rather than build computers. Or
right.
buy computers, even.
They were a more affordable option.
It's a more affordable option for you to get.
You got to play. Yeah, you got to play the games.
And they're more user-friendly, too.
You didn't get to have, like, the absolute most ridiculous, top-of-the-notch, like, graphics, but, like, they still looked really good. But, yeah, it was a much more affordable thing. You bought one console, and you kept it for years, and... I mean, unless it broke or whatever. But yeah, they're now, at least Xbox is kind of taking this gaming computer route where it's almost like they're wanting to have a new version of their console out every like 2, maybe 3 years, and you just have to buy that. Whereas Nintendo's always been on the 6 to 7 years.
See, from what I
buy
understand,
a new console.
Technically, between the Xbox 360 ran longer than the Nintendo systems did.
Well, yeah, but I mean between the 360 to the One, it was I think 7 years, wasn't it?
It was quite a while, but I mean the thing is the 360 came out before the Wii U did, I believe, or the Wii did. And then the Wii U released before the Xbox One?
Well, let's see. The Xbox 360 came out in November 22nd, 2005.
Okay.
Okay. So then the Xbox One, its release date was October 2013. So that's 8 years.
Okay, 8 years.
Okay. So then you were comparing that to what? The Wii and the Wii U?
Yeah, the Wii and the Wii U.
Okay. Wii was 2006. And the Wii U was 2012. So that was 6 years. Right?
Yeah.
So let's see here. But the GameCube came out in what was that? What year? Was that 99 or was that? Oh, no, 2001. So 2001. So, yeah, I guess their consoles have been like 5 to 7 years, just on average, for every single one.
Yeah, it's just...
Except for this, going from the Wii U to the Switch, it's their shortest window ever, because the Wii U was extremely poorly marketed.
I mean, it could have been a good system. They needed to do certain things to it that they didn't do.
Yeah, but they didn't. People for like a good 2 years thought the Wii U was just the tablet, and that you just bought the tablet and it added onto your Wii.
I mean, it kind of pretty much is.
Right, but it
is a whole new system.
It was a whole new system, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying this because they did such a poor job marketing it and explaining everything, and there was no information. People just thought it was just a tablet, and it wasn't. But that's why the Switch, it's literally just the tablet. They're like, here's the whole thing.
The whole
You
thing
wanted,
yeah,
you wanted the whole thing to be the tablet. Guess what? You got it.
Yep. No, yeah, I think the Scorpio is gonna prove to be. I don't know if it's gonna be, a great thing. I don't know if it's gonna be a poor idea. All I know is it's gonna bring in a new era of something different, as far as systems goes.
Mm-hmm.
With the price point is gonna be. I mean, price point's got to be high.
It's gonna be
with everything, because that thing has something that even the PlayStation right now doesn't even have, which the PlayStation Pro does 4K, but it doesn't have a 4K player. So that's one thing that the PlayStation Pro, no system has right now. The Scorpio will have a 4K player, so you can actually play 4K.
I thought they were talking like they were going to be able to update the system to be able to play 4K, like, have a 4K player for the PS Pro, but I don't know how true that is. But
I guess they could. I don't know how they could. I don't know. You'd think a Blu-ray disc player is a Blu-ray disc laser. I mean, it's the same that something with hardware can't be updated. If it's already in there, why don't they just already have it activated?
Right. No, I agree with you.
Basically, I know I said that really weird, but all in all, you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, if it was able to play 4K, it should have the 4K reader in it. So why wouldn't they have it activated at launch?
Right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I don't think that's a thing they're gonna be able to do. But the reason why I find that funny, though, is who owns 4K? Sony.
Yeah, but they just aren't putting it in their own stuff.
Like, they're not going to put it in their own system, and then...
Well, they own Blu-ray, right?
They own Blu-ray and they own 4K.
Dude? Okay.
4K is an upgrade to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
At least we didn't have this horrible, horrible fight between two different things, like when we had... what was it? It was Blu-ray, and what did Microsoft have?
HD DVDs.
HD DVD. Yep. And boy, was that a fucking bomb.
I mean, HD DVDs would have been easier to go to, but going to Blu-ray was the smarter choice because it had a higher, like a greater future. But HD DVDs just kept a red laser, basically. So it still functioned off of similar technology. But going to Blu-ray was the better choice.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. Even if it kept the red laser, it still needed whole new hardware to run an HD DVD. You couldn't just do a software update on a red laser DVD player because, the Xbox 360, you had to get an HD DVD player separate to hook into it.
Right. Yep.
But I don't know. So we're coming to the end of the podcast. We've been an hour 23 minutes. I said it's a good price point.
Okay, but before we go, just because I was looking at it earlier and I watched the press conference, NASA announced they found a solar system where there is a small red dwarf, so it's a star like the sun, but much smaller. It's about a quarter of the size of the sun, maybe even smaller. And it has 7 Earth-sized planets, so 7 different planets, all about the size of the Earth, orbiting it, which they've never seen a system have that many planets about the size of the Earth in it. And this one, all the planets, because it's a smaller sun, they're all much closer. So how in sci-fi movies when they show them and there's all the moons and suns and stuff in the distance and they're super close. That's what it would legit look like from the planets because they're that close. So like they said, like it's really cool. 3 of the planets are too close to the sun to really have, much life. 3 of them are in what they call the Goldilocks zone.
Right.
So there's 3 planets that could potentially support life. They have, oceans and water and stuff like that. And then there's another planet that's on the outside that's just too cold. It wouldn't really support life. But, I mean, it's like 40 billion light years away or some shit. It's really far. But either way,
bad.
right. So either way,
get there in a couple days.
yeah, I wish. It's really far. We couldn't go to it or anything like that. But they just discovered it. Like recently, they're still studying it, but they just made this big announcement about it today. So I thought it was pretty cool just to see that they made this discovery. The system's called TRAPPIST-1, so TRAPPIST-1, the number 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought it was a cool little thing. They did a little press conference and talked about it and took some questions.
No, I was reading a little bit about that. I didn't even think about bringing it up in the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's a good idea.
We're just generally nerdy shit, and that was nerdy, and I thought it was cool.
No, yeah, I read, like I said, I read a little bit about that and stuff like that, and
Yeah, I tried to watch the SpaceX launch the other day too, but the first day it was canceled, and then the next day I slept through it. I didn't watch the recording of it.
God,
yeah,
through everything.
I do.
But all right, so we're gonna call this a night.
Oh no. Okay.
Like we said before, we're looking for any input and all input. You think we need to change something? Let us know. You think we need to do something more, something less? Let us know. Yeah.
If you are sick and tired of hearing us just blabber on and you want us to be more strict, I guess let us know. We're open to all criticism.
Yeah.
We just tend to bullshit. That's what we do. We do it well.
Yeah, if you think us bullshitting is, not having a script is, not good enough, all right, we'll start scripting it out before we start the podcast. If you think we need to do more videos, or I don't know, I don't even know. I can't think of it. Otherwise, I would have. Right.
Right. Yeah, if he was that smart, he would have already done it.
Exactly, but I am not that smart.
Right.
Not at all. Yeah, I gotta go to the neurologist tomorrow and shit, man. I just...
Okay. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for us, things you'd like to hear us talk about, discuss, it could be anything from, I don't know, talking about kittens to talking about,
I do like kittens.
I don't know, like intense subjects like, I don't know, depression or something. I don't know. Let us know. We'll talk about anything. We're open to it.
And you guys are always welcome. If you join in our chats, honestly, if you join in our Facebook chat, someone tell me how to use this fucking thing, because I don't have the fucking clue how it works.
I like that. You're just like, somebody please help me.
Because I've seen people do these live things, and they like when they get comments and stuff like that, it's like going wild and stuff like that. When I do it live, it's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Right. Let's see. So we're live right now. Courtney did.
Yeah, she posted a few things.
It doesn't have a timestamp though.
It just has comments. So it's like, what, and it didn't notify me while I was in the watch, like there, how on Twitch you got a certain area where you can watch it and view the chat feed and everything?
Yeah.
Well, I was in that kind of thing for this. It just tells you how many people are watching, how many people, with the highest amount of people, how long they've watched and stuff like that, but it doesn't tell you when people comment. It doesn't let you comment back through it. It's stupid. I don't, so either I'm missing something completely, or just, Facebook's video system is retarded. But I mean, the best thing to do is still have it on here, just due to the fact that, the better exposure.
Okay. Okay, I posted my one comment, it didn't go through, but the other one did. So, whatever. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Unless you're just basically staying on it all the time, you could end up missing it. Either way, well, just comment, join. We do our best to interact with everyone. I always have the Twitch open, and I'm looking at that. So I see that first before I see Facebook. But yeah, man, anybody, just get involved. We'd love to hear, what you guys have to think. So.
Yep. And, those of you who listened tonight live, thank you. Those of you who download this later, thank you as well. We appreciate everyone that does listen. And, once again, every opinion is, whether it be something you'd like, dislike, or anything like that, it's an opinion. It's something that we can work upon. So let us know, all right?
All right.
So this is the end of our night, and, later.
It's morphin' time!